And where are we? Shazam! Oh, why can't I see now? Good evening, Mama Lego. Give me a minute to sort a few things here. How you like the shirt? Can I make that picture? Yeah, of course I can. That's one of the new ones. Woo! For the new smaller me. Feels like it's still too high. Can I? Hey, Jordan. Hi, Ken. Yeah, you know me. I'm a shirt whore. Dish to dirt. I was watching new actors of the Secrets of Dumbledore. Oh, that's the HP spinoff, right? Good evening, Jacob. Hey, Clicking Cliff. Good evening, sir. Give it a moment. Oh, geez, fire trucks outside. Oh, so you hear them crystal clear, do you? I tell you, this microphone picks up everything. Number 3 of the prequels. What, that HP stuff? I don't think I've ever sat through an entire HP movie. Oh, they just drove by. They're just heading down Dufferin Street. I don't think they pulled over to where I am. It'd be much, much louder. So when are you moving, Eileen? That's coming up, right? You haven't done that yet. Or did you? Oh, Ken had to watch. I got nothing against the HP stuff. It's just I didn't grow up reading the books. So I didn't get sucked into the movies. I probably would enjoy reading the books. But I don't even get to reading the wrestling books I got that I've been wanting to read. Everyone having a good night? Okay, and Ken, you said there's no UFC this weekend? So where are you, Jacob? And where do you have a good range? You know, Toronto, we used to have one that was 1 block away from City Hall, and it was a great gun range until the population realized it was down there. And then there was a big outcry. I don't know what this was, 5, 10 years ago. I'm guessing it went the way of the dodo. But people just felt we shouldn't have a gun range so close to our city hall. And I think it was like a really, really old one, like, you know, going back 50 to 100 years, like, because our new city hall is 1 block away from our old city hall. And the old city hall became courts. Excuse me. Now listen to that. More sirens. That time a cop. Oh, Ohio. Okay. You know what? In Ohio, I would probably want to practice my shooting. Well, Ken said the liberals took power and squashed it. Is that what you figured? They made that gun range go away? That was downtown near City Hall? Because I remember people coming off the subway, which, is odd enough. And they have their rifle in the case. And I can't remember who broke the story. I mean, it was never a secret. Oh, okay. So, okay, that's a good one. So I was supposed to stay up last night. I even created a stream, and I'll tell you the truth. I haven't stayed up, I think, past 10 or 10:30 in most of the last 3 months now. If I wasn't actually building, then I'm out. And I guess the idea of staying up to at least 11:40 to start a stream so I could order that DeLorean at midnight, that was probably a little bit foolish for me. I lacked the energy. Wife wanted to go to bed at 10:30. It's like, yeah, you know what? Great idea. I figured I'd just roll the dice, and you know what? We got up this morning at 6 or 6:30. I hopped on the computer. No issue ordering it. Got one or two gifts with purchases with it. And I ordered something else with it just for giggles. But at least, and then I was in Yorkdale, and there was 3 people in line when the store opened. I was walking, doing laps. And as far as I know, they were well stocked, and I don't think they sold out. I didn't go in afterwards, didn't care to, already had it. Have it coming, that is. Had I bought it in store, I automatically would have gotten another gift with purchase, though. In store had one extra deal on it. But that's okay, not a big deal. And I think they still have plenty of the second gift with purchase in store. So if I go tomorrow or something, buy something. Hey, Crayon Land Bricks. Shazam. Check out their story when you get a chance, guys. And you could post that link in there if you want, Crayon. Same thing, Ken. You can post, I'm pretty sure I put a wrench on your name at some point in the recent past. No? Okay, well, you know what? That's easy. Watch this. Ken's a moderator. That means you could put a link to your BrickLink store. Watch this. Ken's a moderator. That means you can put a link to your BrickLink store. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Ryan's home resting, still dealing with migraines and stuff. Sleeping a lot, but that's good. I tried to bring him on tonight, and he figured he would be probably in bed by 8:30, and he kind of went offline about an hour ago. So I made another overture to him to come on and be, an audio circle, just an avatar. But yeah, I don't think he'll be joining us tonight. But we're just glad he's home and getting better and all that great stuff, because we want to see him back online soon. I mean, he's been lurking everywhere anyway, but a little gun shy. There you go. Awesome. So there's a link from Crayon Land. I'm going to put it on screen, but it's not clickable on screen. But there it is, nice and visible for everyone. Right there in the chat. So now you can post the link right into the chat. Without it, you wouldn't be able to post the link. Well, you shouldn't be able to. Non-mods, the idea is it's supposed to stop people spamming links. But if I make you a mod, then you can put your link in there. There's Ken. So here's the thing. As you can see, where's my head? Right there. The final new bricks this week ever. It's not April 1st, guys. It's real. We're here to bury Bury it. Ooh, let's see. Oh, is that going to fall off? No. Yeah. What did wifey make? This is what she's been building. And you finished it without the light I took away from you. Very, very cool. And what's that one called?
Lovebirds.
The Lovebirds. I like that. Very cool. You gonna put that in the cabinet? Ooh. Yeah, don't drop it. Yeah, that's a nice little set. Maybe tomorrow I'll convince my wife to make the that flower set. There's a reason why I don't tell people I shoot guns. Well, it's no one's business, right? But it's good that you practice, and I assume you do all the good stuff, trigger locks, and number one rule: don't shoot unless you know what you're shooting at. Just packed that one up and got the Easter ones out and bought 2 Easters from T-Mog. Oh, sweet. Actually, all the gifts with purchases right now I think are Easter based, right? More or less. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, so what was I say? Oh yeah, that. So yeah, it's not clickbait. It's not April Fools. This is the last one I'm going to do. The way you see it now. There'll be no more big drawn out half hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour episodes. My time isn't there. My interest isn't there. Well, I don't want to put that right in front of the camera. What will happen going down in the future is if I have something we want to talk about. Yeah, final. Didn't you see the title? Hey, Vern. Ken got the egg in the chick. That's it. So here's the plan going forward. When I get something, if I want to do something, I'm not going to plan it and have it be 3 days or a week down the road or big splash pages. I'm just going to turn on the camera and go at it and bring anyone on who's on. Well, this is what I'm getting to. So it's not the last stream. It's the last of this format. Usually where I'll bring people on. I'll invite people. I try to anyway. It's always better when I bring people on. But yeah, my interests are changing, of course. I still have all this behind me, and it's not like I'm ever going to stop building. But the idea of a multi-camera, multi-guest new bricks this week, where I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever packages. I'm buying less. I've gone from 1,000 or 1,200 a month down to 300 to 500 a month. And of course, that's not all Lego. That's Mega. That's Chinese bricks. That's all kinds of companies. Now, what's interesting is I've got 3 agreements with a couple manufacturers now to send me sets for live building and reviews and stuff. So that's all coming. That's going to be fun. Lego isn't sending me anything, but screw Lego. My decision to change this up has both to do with the time, changing interests, trying to get healthier. Hey, Shazam. Oh, I don't want to be up there. Yeah.
Tuck me wherever.
There we go. That's the problem. I knew when I made that big banner so big it would block something sooner or later.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Yeah, the time constraints, and it's hard to book people, and especially when I got friends at different time zones, I'm trying to corral into the same show, and they're 2 hours ahead or 2 hours behind. It's just such a pain. And now that the weather's getting good, I'm trying to get my bike out of storage. I want to be on my bike, and I want to be home exhausted and in bed by this time, not starting a live stream. So while new bricks this week is going bye-bye, and this is probably, I know if you look at my playlist, there's 173 before this, and I'm pretty sure there's like one I had to remove. So this should be like episode 175. So yeah, this format is done. The idea of all the big packages, the big hauls, if I find something of interest, I'm going to do a quickie video. I might even do it on the spot and just do it live, because I can always do that remotely. But yeah, I'm still going to be doing Let's Build whenever I'm actually building. That's always going to be done live because I enjoy that. I enjoy having people chime in and chat. And I always post the links so they can join in, but it won't be me, you know, hey, what are you doing tonight? Come hang with me and stuff, because it's hit or miss. And one of the things I definitely miss was having my buddy Ryan with me. 6 weeks now, I think he's been off with everything that's affected his health. And I really took for granted how much I appreciated having him on screen with me all the time, because he has spent a lot of the last 2 years with me on screen. So I definitely miss my buddy. I can't wait till he is back, and maybe we'll have a new joint venture together. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, and what I envision is, instead of new bricks this week, it'll be new bricks today. Shorter, 5-10 minutes tops. Just, hey, what did I get? And hurrah, hurrah, this is what I got today. So,
Cool.
yeah,
Let's
been
see
a
what I got
long
today.
time. Yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see.
Empty
Oh,
bookshelf.
okay. You filled that space now. It's nice to have empty space. Now, how long is it going to take you to fill it?
Not too long. I gotta fix the shelves on it, like where one of the mounting screws went in the side. It was kind of busted out, so I had to glue it up and put a longer screw in and stuff. And then I need some of those pins to hang the shelves on, and
Yep.
that'll be good to go. But it won't take long at all. Not at
I
all.
end up putting extra screws in just about every Billy case I've ever done, just because maybe I'm overloading them sometimes, or I just want them to be more secure. So it's like, yeah, I'll just stick one screw right in the middle of each shelf. They'll never move.
Yeah, this one I don't. This one wasn't quite as wide. It was about half the width as what I thought it was. So I'm still looking for one that's the same width as the other three I have, because I want four the same across the back wall. And
Right.
then that black one I'll put somewhere over in that corner or something, or so.
Oh, so you said there was no fights this weekend, or did I get that wrong? Or was that?
It's a WrestleMania this weekend, so they're
Oh, that's right. They got smart.
changing it up.
And it's not just WrestleMania. Ring of Honor's got a show this weekend too. So
Oh yeah,
for all the wrestling fans, this is a great weekend.
yeah. And then I think there's a UFC on the 19th, and that's in Vegas. And then they've got another one that is
What's the headline fight for that? Did they
the
announce one?
next one after that is going to be in Singapore. First time ever they're going to Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah.
306 bricks.
See, I'm not naked
Damn.
this time.
You're not naked this time. You put on some clothes.
I'm in my BrickLink store.
That's awesome. And okay, you know what? And that's something too. I've got to figure out the stress of trying to set up the new BrickLink live streams. That's still going to happen, by the way. I got such mixed reactions on doing regional ones. I don't know if I'm going to do the regional one or just do the free for all again, because I got so many new people who want to be on it, and half the old people want to do it again. So it's
Why don't you delegate?
I might even just give my channel up, because I can not leave it. I can create basically admins for this, and this is be like a safe space where you guys don't have to do anything other than connect, and it pretty much runs itself once I set up the link for it. That's absolutely. I don't even have to be a part of it, to tell you the truth, which probably makes as much sense as anything, considering I don't have a store. I'm the one guy who has no skin in this fight. When I set up that group, now I don't have a store, and every year I think about doing it, and every year I talk to you guys and see what you guys do, and it's like it's too much work. I mean, I love the bricks, but it's like, oh man.
I just reopened from like almost 3 weeks off, and it's I missed it. I'll tell you that. Like I got my first 2 orders yesterday already when I opened, and I was happy to pick them again.
Yeah.
I just got an email. I just got an order from somebody up in Aurelia, 14 minifigures and a wheelchair. So there's a figure that's got a wheelchair with it. So
and they all want it letter mail, right?
No, there's no way 14 figures are going letter mail.
No, I know that, but I mean, people with their unreasonable expectations,
Oh, Rick, now I got a story for you.
Oh, let's hear it.
So, Ken, if you want, I can send you the guy's username for you to block him if you want. But so we ordered a couple figures. We ordered a couple figures off of me, and they were more expensive figures. So in my terms, I have it if it's over $50, you require shipping and tracking to protect me and to protect the seller and to protect the buyer. I find pretty fair. So I gave him the quote for either a box or a package, and I said like, "Hey, thank you for the order. Thank you so much for the order. These are the options. Please let me know what you'd like, and I will send the invoice." Guy sends me back. It's like, "Well, don't you have any other options?" I said, "No, because of the value of the order. These are the options I have. If you want, I can cancel the order. I totally understand." He says, "Nope, just go with the cheapest one. I'll take it." Okay, send it to him. Nothing. He sends me a neutral back. He says, so neutrals negatively affect you on BrickLink. I don't know if people don't know that, but
I wasn't aware of that.
It does drop your score. So you have 100% rating, and like I have only one neutral, but I don't have 100% rating because neutrals negatively affect your record, right? Which is stupid in my mind. I don't understand what neutral does. And Ken probably feels the same way. But so
I gave up on the rating. I don't care. Like,
yeah,
really.
I don't care really, but this guy just
you have no real dispute mechanism either. That's what I hate about BrickLink.
You can reply to them, but you know what? If I'm ordering from a store and I go and I look and there's a guy that's got a negative on him, I go and I look at what the comments say. Yeah. Like some guy left a comment on me that said I should have request a quote. I'm like, you're going to give me a negative because I don't want to do all the work ahead of time and then have you not buy it? Screw you.
Yeah, it's so the guy, he sends the neutral of like, items were great, store though was not like accommodating or something like that. So it said, I'm like, hey man, like what's going on? Like thank you again for I said, thank you again for the purchase. Just wondering where I got a neutral for. And then he's like, I work in the hospitality business and you were not hospitable enough for me at all. I was like, that's why I gave you the neutral. Even the way you sent this message was very rude. I'm like, I can send you the messages, Rick. You'll laugh. I was as polite as you could be. And I'm like,
BrickLink is not the hospitality industry.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not in the same industry as you. I am a production worker by trade, and this is my side little gig I like to do to buy Lego. I said,
I mean, you guys have all got splash pages and your terms. I know it's different from store to store, but it's all there.
Well, it's not even the terms. The guy was so condescending, being like, you know what, the experience was just terrible. You didn't give me any options. You were rude. I'm like, I said thank you multiple times. Like, just pretentious. He's like, I will never be buying from you again anyway, just because of the way you treat customers. I'm like,
I banned
look
those.
at the reviews. I did instantly stop list them. But I was like, you are such a douche.
Yeah. But as soon as you stop list him, he can't email you.
No, I did. I stopped list them, everything. He can't buy from me at all.
Okay. And I had a problem in a Facebook group with a guy, and it was an auction group, and this guy was making comments and everything towards me in an auction that I was bidding in, and this guy wasn't even bidding in it. So then I ordered from.
In my world, that's thread crapping. Stay the hell out.
Yeah, I ordered from this other guy's store who was friends with the guy that I had an issue with on Facebook. the guy gave me a negative feedback on his BrickLink store for the transaction that happened, which was absolutely went flawless, no problem. But the guy says I'm a difficult customer and that I should be avoided at all costs. I'm like,
Wow.
you're just pissed off because your friend is mad at me. Like, get a life.
Yeah. Ken, I think you've bought from me before when you were closed in 2020. I think you ordered from me, but yeah, I don't know. I think people just need to realize that, not like the hospitality thing really bugged me. I'm like, what do you mean? Like I said, I can show you the messages. I have them all through BrickLink. I'm like, there's no me being rude to the guy. I said, if you want to cancel, you can. I got no problem with it. So it's
What's
just
your
what
store?
policy is. 306 Bricks.
306. Yeah.
Here, let's actually make this a little easier for everyone.
So it was just very humorous. But I got some stuff I bought too on the weekend when I was in Edmonton at the Lego store, if you want to see.
Yeah, let's see it.
So finally got my clone pack.
I still haven't picked them up.
No, mine are now being shipped from Lego. I ordered that like was it January 31st or whenever they came out, and they're just getting shipped now. I got the Bo Peep and Woody brickheads.
Oh, nice. I like that one.
And the Buzz brickhead. My kids got 2 animal ones. Oh, and I know you don't have this at your Lego store, but they have a one where you can make your own figure, and so you can make the torso and everything.
Oh, dude.
Where's that? Edmonton?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So you pretty much you could do the torso whatever you want. They have some pre-made, some stickers you can put on it, but I just made mine kind of like he's wearing a captain's hat because that's all I had. They didn't have ball caps. And so it's but it was really cool. Me and my son made one each. So
the only thing that you have right now that I could use are a couple of slopes, but it's not worth an order.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry about ordering. I'm good right now. I wanted to slow back in, but it's
I'm always
the Lego
looking for stuff that I need.
Lego minifigure factory.
Nice.
So I believe there's one in Florida.
Hang on.
There's
Put
one.
that back up.
Oh, there's one in Edmonton, and then
Okay.
so you get like a box, and they just go in like this. But
Nice.
they have to print it and they etch it on the torso, so it takes a while. But I think it was only like $15.99 or $16.99 or something like that. So it's not like it's a little more expensive, but you get a custom figure in a sense.
Yeah,
right?
it's not crazy.
So
No, I like that. It's not like when I was buying figures from what's that, Minifigs for You, Solid Brick Studios or whatever. I mean, $30 a shot or for his customs. Keep in mind, it's the best stuff going, but $30 is a lot to pay for a figure that isn't like a legit figure.
Yeah. No, it was good. We actually went to both Lego stores in Edmonton because my buddy wanted a typewriter. They didn't have it at the West End, so we went to the other one and got it too. So
nice.
But yeah, no, I spent a little bit. Oh, and then I got shelves from IKEA to display Lego. So I guess that's kind of
I'm waiting to see what else IKEA and Lego come up with in their
well, I didn't buy any specific IKEA Lego stuff. It's just the shelf I use. It's
but I mean, they might as well start calling them something and like just cross brand them because I don't know. I mean,
it's
probably
like
the second guy I know has Billy's at minimum. Like these are Billy's behind me at minimum for either boxes or even for sets. If they don't have pets, these things are great and cheap. But as soon as you got cats or something, this is horrible to put your sets on because of dust and the cat hair and everything else.
Well, your best buddy in Edmonton has Billy's. What are you talking about?
Oh, does he have any cats?
He does actually. I think I have one cat, but they don't let them up downstairs. I don't think.
I don't let my cats in my Lego room.
Yeah.
My cat walks around. She likes to like lay at my feet while I'm sorting Lego, so I don't mind that.
The hour before I went live, I got up out of this chair 3 times. Every time I turn around, that stupid cat sits on it, and of course, I pat him like this on it, right above his tail. Right above his tail, and he loves that, right? And it's like I want to hit him harder to get him out of the chair, but I don't want to be abusive. And he loves being like you can put him to sleep like a baby. When you would pat a baby really rough on the butt or on the lower back to basically make him pass out from the rhythm. You can do that.
Our older one likes that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all like that a little bit. Some of us are paid for that.
Hey, kids channel. It's a kids channel.
It's not kids channel. I explicitly have a line somewhere. Adult collector collecting Lego adult content.
So the wife
I know.
laid
I
down
went
the
through
law.
this whole thing years ago.
The wife laid down the law. I have to build it. There's no getting around it. I have to build it. Right?
Oh, it's nice
She
to
won't
know.
let me not.
And you're gonna light it up, or what do you think?
I haven't decided yet. I have not decided. So, but before I do that, I want to have kind of like a setup that you have with like a secondary section for building on. So
Yeah.
I can have my computer here or move the table that the computer is sitting on to the 90 degree and then have another one across here.
I'll tell
Where's
you
your
what.
So-
BrickLink store, Ken?
What's that?
Where's your BrickLink store in your house? Is it in that room you're in?
No, it's downstairs. I keep
Oh,
my
okay.
BrickLink in totes. So I've got a whole whack of these. This is
Oh, you
part
just
like
sell
this is
figures, right?
mostly figures. I don't do
Okay.
parts. I will
Oh,
not
okay.
do parts.
Well,
So I
you're
have
smart.
box sets. I have box set like here. I'll take here. Let's go for a walk.
Oh,
Tour time. Oh, hey, we can get. Let's give you the screen here. Woo! All right. I hope it's well lit, or this is gonna go black.
I love seeing BrickLink stores. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, I got a bunch of you to pump some videos into the group, and that was great. I got to do that again.
We're in the middle of painting all the rooms, so we just did mine. So this is all my stuff that I have to sort, and part of my collection that's sitting down here. I got to take that back upstairs, right? So I've got this box, this gray box down here is poly bags and some other stuff. These are used bag sets with no boxes in those two things there.
Oh,
These are all my minifigures. See if I can get those in there. Right. And the way that I have these sorted, if I look like this, okay. So for example, this is Marvel figures that are over $10. Can you see that?
Yep.
Right. So I have Marvel, DC, Star Wars, collectible, all sorted into different bins like that. So then over here
Those are my favorite shoe boxes. I love those.
in these three big totes, you can see those three totes there. That's all my box sets, all piled in there. And then this here is poly bags.
Nice.
So I got it organized pretty good. I know where stuff is and I can find it pretty quickly and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's not too bad.
If
So
I
and
was
then
only going to sell poly bags or boxes, I'm set up.
all
But if
this
I
is
had to
my
go to the parts, I'd be screwed.
all my sorted
So-
bulks in color. So that's black, white, light blue, dark blue, gray, and then I got my other colors in another tote there. So yeah,
you're in Ontario, right?
I am. So
That's
I'll go back upstairs.
how's it picking orders and stuff like that?
For here, it's pretty easy
Yeah.
actually. It doesn't take me too long. Normally I like that 14 figures I'll pull out of 3 different boxes and then go from there. And then I do my packaging on the kitchen table and away we go. I'm gonna sit in my lazy boy while we talk.
Because that's like, so one thing I've been really looking into is like efficiencies. Like, so I do more than just than that. So is it Lord of Figures or Lord of Figs?
Lord of the Figs.
Lord, is it all in 3 or 4 words?
Just I own the web domain www.lordofthefigs.ca.
I just want to see how big your store is, because yeah, it's like
I
you're
should fit that in there.
My
'Cause I edited your name while you were walking around.
my
oh, so you
my
don't you only
total
have
count?
about 600 or 869 parts there.
I do
so
now. I and I've got another 240 that I have yet to put back into the store. But at one point, I had almost 1,500 figures.
Yeah, no, because like this is, with me, I'm just kind of a generic store, I guess. Like here, I guess I could do a little tour too if you'd like. So let me unplug my laptop. So I just
Well, what
have like
happened?
the
COVID hit
bins.
here. COVID hit here. Yeah, cool. Hang on a second. So COVID hit here, and we ended up with like I was telling Richard the other day, we ended up with going from like 4 guys that were doing Lego to like 14, like 10 or 14 people in the city that are buying everything and selling it. And now there's a couple of them that are even buying off of Kijiji, having it shipped in and then trying to resell it. So
Yeah.
the market has just been saturated with people.
Oh yeah, no, it's I don't disagree with you at all. It is a very busy. Holy crap! I just listed stuff and it just sold. That's crazy. That's awesome. But it is.
That's the best way.
Right, I
Boom.
just got an order and I was just like, I just listed this like 3 seconds ago. What the hell? But yeah, I've helped start 3 stores in my area, which again can be counterintuitive, but I don't mind it. The friends I've made through it are more worth it than the sale of $10 or whatever, right? But
I did it to try and pay for my own collection.
that's what I do too. But I really would like to make it a viable business. To me, it's like
Yeah.
how quick can I scale up? And I think like my business model would change massively. So
Yeah.
it's it matters what you want to do. I would love to make it my full-time business, but I make too much money doing other stuff.
Yeah. So this is what what my business is. So I got to put a handle on this. Probably do that maybe tomorrow night. Woo-hoo. Making stuff like this.
Nice.
Oh, I got to etch it too. That's what that little green thing is. That's my initials. So got to do an electro etch on that. Then put a handle on it. Then make a sheath for it. And then I can put a deer antler handle on the other one I was working on. Finish grinding it. Yeah. And then maybe in another 3 weeks, I'll get back out to my friend's place and finish the 1,000 layers that I'm working on.
So Jordan, were you going to give us a quickie tour there?
Yeah, I can if you like. So my store's pretty basic. So I just have like these are all the Princess Auto ones. This is all new product, and then I have a bunch of used here.
Pan slowly because it's very yeah. There we go.
It was blurry real quick.
And then, sorry, this is just all like stuff is unsorted. Some sets. I have tons of sets that I'm going through. More unsorted. I'm in my furnace room, so. Then all my figures, I store them in like the ones from Home Depot.
Right.
Okay.
So I have them like all labeled like this is new figures.
Right.
And then just each one is I try to be as organized as I can, but I have so many figures that I've not completed yet that I need to do. Figures take a long time.
I got 2 ice cream buckets and stuff, but I bought this thing and it's called a Pick-a-Brick. And it was made by a company in Italy, and they started out with a camera software system that ID'd hardware, fasteners, and they've adapted it to Lego. So I bought, me and a buddy of mine here in town, we each bought one together. Cost us about $180 for the camera.
160?
Was
it 180? Because I think it was 160.
Yeah, it was like one with taxes and shipping and everything. I think we paid
okay, maybe you're right. It was closer to that.
So
yeah, they screwed me real good after I promoted them.
I got it. It didn't work. Put something in there, had no clue what it was looking at. I was pissed off. So I shelved it for like 2 years. Well, through COVID, everybody's been scanning their stuff and IDing it and labeling it. And so the rest of everybody that bought this thing, the other 5, 6, 7,000 people that they sold these things to, they created a database, and then that database now gets linked to the BrickLink listing. So now I can scan something and it just comes up right away. So it's actually doing what I want it to do now. So I've got like two 4-liter ice cream buckets of random minifigures that I got to scan.
Which will work right up until Lego decides they don't want external businesses linking. And it's real easy because
It just needs to go on Lego's
when they
radar.
see all the pings coming from the software, they go nope, and they'll block out the token,
But it's
and
not the
that's it.
software. It's an online database of my own inventory, right? So
Yeah,
I just go in there and I say I can. It's the same thing as that. Figure it out, right?
yeah, yeah.
When you type
I'm just
something
saying that
in,
whether if you use um, even the browser, if you use your own browser or their app or anything like that, there is a method for tracking all of it. And as soon as they
yeah,
see constant pings from one source from any one IP, they go, "Oh, okay, someone's you," because that's not a normal behavior for someone on BrickLink, right? And
yeah,
they just go,
yeah.
"Oh, okay, well, we're not going to allow this token to be used there," and that's all they got to do. But yeah, I was a big supporter of the project, and those two Italian brothers, they're pricks, and
They are.
they, yeah. Here's the thing, so I was one of the first, 50 supporters, whatever it was, and I was promoting their shit all over the internet. And they did have something with their fastener identification business.
Yeah.
They really didn't need a GoFundMe. They didn't need a
No,
GoFundMe at all, but they
they just
did.
didn't want to pay
They
out of
used it.
pocket to develop it.
Yeah, for something that for them was a hobby thing. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
But of course, the worst part was they were charging $160 for the base kit, when the
yeah,
truth is you're getting a $12 webcam, and you're getting $3 worth of Lego to build the little box, right?
yeah.
And it was just like you said, wretched, horrible. The thing barely worked. It only half-ass works now. Um, they've just been
Do you have one?
publicly embarrassed. Well, I here's the thing. So when I started bitching about how come these other people had theirs and I hadn't even gotten a tracking code, then they gave me a tracking code, and for 3 weeks it showed it being invalid. So I borderline accused them of fraud. And then they said, okay, well, you know, they didn't want to give me back the money. It's like, well, you kind of have to as per the terms. And then there was a little snafu because the credit card I had used, I had since changed because of a security problem. And once I did that, that made getting a refund tricky. It took 2 months to get money out of these people. In the
Oh yeah.
meantime, someone in UK, one of my supporters of All Bricks Count, who wishes to remain anonymous, um, they sent me theirs, which was
Oh,
awesome. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, I'm going to tear this, because I promised I would tear this thing apart, expose the webcam components, show everyone where you can buy this stuff online, because you don't even need to buy their camera. And in the end, I realized, you know what? I spent a year promoting them, helping them out. Those guys were pricks, and I wasn't the only one they were pricked to.
oh yeah.
It's like
To me
I
too.
wasn't. I figured I wasn't even going to spend the time to expose them, because that might still drive business to them.
Yeah.
I figured I'm just going to let them wither and die, and that's more or less what's happened. It's too bad. The idea has merit, but I would really like to see Lego bankroll this idea. And can you imagine an official product from them tied to BrickLink that BrickLink stores could use and everyone else could
Yeah.
use if they wanted to buy into it?
You know
It's
what?
not.
It
It's
doesn't
not
even
the.
have to be a camera. It just has to be a software that's linked to a online database that it scans it and it recognizes it and an algorithm. That's all it needs.
Well,
Because
check
that's
this
what we're
out.
paying for is the
We've
access to their
already
algorithm.
got. We've already got Lego mini computers, the Boost and other systems they've had for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
80% of what's needed is already there. Give us, and it doesn't have to be a great camera. Even a 1 or 2 megapixel camera with the right lighting is all that's needed to take a
Everybody
picture
carries a
of a Lego
carries a
brick.
camera that's good enough on their phone.
Oh God, well that
You
was the other
develop a
thing
phone
too.
app that snap and away you go, right?
Yeah, just have the phone built into the box, and with better lighting, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but I would love to see Lego give us this at any price, 100, 200, whatever, because there are stores
Yeah.
who would absolutely pay for an identification service. Sorry, that would aid, because I mean, how many times you got a bucket full of minifigure torsos, And what do? We sit there and we use any number of services. Okay, red torsos with this print, and then very quickly, within 30 seconds, we figure it out. But
Yeah.
still, it's a pain in the butt. And it'd be great. I mean, even without this service, Google Lens is not horrible. You can
I've
use
been
that.
told Google Lens many times. I think Lego needs to do something else. I think they need to make either BrickLink. First, of all, have a way better inventory software where they can add pieces way easier, or add figures way easier, or something kind of like how like Brick Store is, or Brick Freedom, or whatever other ones there are that people use.
BrickLink is still running on 20-year-old backend.
That's the thing. Like if Lego has
little to no investment since they bought it.
Oh, I know, and they're probably making money
Yeah.
hand over fist with how many stores have opened, how many people have gravitated towards more BrickLink. Like people, I've heard people like Brick Owl.
What's the percentage BrickLink takes from your orders?
3%.
Wow.
No, not necessarily. The more you sell, the lower your fee goes. So the first $500 that you sell is 3%, and then for 501 to 1,000, it's like 2.5, and so on, right?
Is that monthly?
Yeah, it's monthly.
Yeah.
Okay, on the monthly. Okay.
But so with the I know Brick Freedom, I think, takes a percentage of everything you either list or sell, one of the two. It's 1% though, and it includes the shipping. BrickLink doesn't include the shipping, so you don't get charged any percentage for the shipping. And remember, in Canada, it's different too. There's no taxes taken off, right? You got no VAT. You got no state
taxes. Depends on where you're at. Quebec makes you charge taxes.
Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't automatically take it through the system, though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Exactly. So you don't need to charge tax if you don't want it.
You need to declare it and pull it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. But so that's my point. Like there is no in certain countries, like the UK, I think if you do that, like if you have a BrickLink store, that automatically takes it when you buy the purchase. So again, that's from the buyer, but still, it's still affects you, right?
Hey, I'm looking at sooner or later.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at the fee table for BrickLink, and it says 0 to 500 American is 3%. 500 to 1,000 is 3% of the first 500, and then 2% of the remaining. And then anything over 1,000 in a month is 3% of the first 500, 2% up to 1,000, and 1% of anything after that. So for the first,
too much math.
But again, that's American as well, right? So
for the first $1,500 that you sell in a month, you pay $15 in fees, and then you pay 1% of all sales above $1,500.
Yeah. So, and then PayPal also takes 3%, but it takes 3% plus the amount of shipping as well. PayPal drives me nuts. I hate PayPal so much, but it's what people trust. So you got to go with it.
Somebody said to me that it is against BrickLink store terms and conditions for a store to charge the fees to the
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, but that's not new.
Long-standing policy. I have not been able to find that anywhere.
So the thing is a lot of people just will do like a flat rate. They'll be like, oh yeah, you got to pay for. See, these are stores I do not buy from myself. Is anywhere that charges me for shipping material, or their shipping is
you wouldn't
really
buy from me then. And nobody has ever said anything. I charge $2 for envelopes and tape and packing material and all.
Is it a certain value though?
To go to the store, huh?
Is it a certain value though? Like if you're over $10, you don't have to charge that.
$2.
See, to me, it's so how much you charge for, like, say you're shipping something under 100 grams. How much you charge for that package?
It's the shipping fee plus $2, and to cover.
So what's that shipping fee though?
$2.25, whatever it costs for the stamp.
See, the thing is, the poly bag is not costing you $2. The wrap, it's
that's what I pay for the stamp. The stamp is $1.94 plus tax, so it's like
and that's fine. That's fine charging with the shipping. Like, so I charge $2.50. So in that,
I charge $2.25 for the stamp, and then I charge a flat rate of $2 for the envelope, for the labels, for tape. There's any packing material, all that stuff, and then I charge 3% of the invoice to cover half of whatever the PayPal fees, right? And nobody's ever complained, ever.
Yeah,
Like,
see, I
okay.
personally would just never buy from you. I wouldn't complain. I just wouldn't buy. That's any store can charge whatever they want. It doesn't matter. To me, it's
Right, but
the
here's
more
my thing.
different add-ins you
come
have
to
on
my
there.
store.
Oh
You come to
man.
my store, I say read the terms, and if you don't like the
Oh yeah.
terms, don't buy.
Oh yeah, and I
Plain and
always
simple.
read terms for that matter because I did that. I ordered something from someone's store and they charged me $4 for shipping something under 100 grams. They didn't even ship it in a bubble mailer. They shipped it in an envelope with cardboard wrapped around the torso. Do you know how mad I was from that? I was so mad. I was like, I'm never buying. I didn't even leave feedback because I didn't want to leave negative or neutral. It's like I'm never buying from you ever again.
Yeah.
Like,
well, my store. Let me see here.
Again, anyone can run their store however they want. I don't care. That's personally how I buy and how I run the store.
I'm coming up on 500 orders. I'm at 481 orders, 98.16% rating on it. And the only reason why I've got that is because I had a neutral and I had 2 complaints as me as a buyer, because some guy I ordered from some guy right at the very beginning, and I didn't know what I was doing, and he gave me a negative because I ordered a 50-cent part, and he wanted to charge me $3. I'm like, I am not paying $3 in shipping for a 50-cent part. So he gave me a negative rating. I'm like, sure, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. So then there was another guy that I ordered from. It took him 3 weeks to invoice me, 3 weeks to ship it. And when I got it, the item was like bent and twisted and everything. And I was like, oh, so I left him I left him a nasty negative, and he left me a negative too. And I'm like, I don't care. And then since the guy actually had his store revoked. That's how
the
bad
thing
he
is,
was.
what some BrickLink people like stores do is they'll get a negative or neutral, so they'll leave a negative or neutral for no really apparent reason. And it's like, don't quit acting like a wimp and just man up to either your mistake or apologize. Like, you don't need to. Like, I don't know.
I mean, there was a kid that I invoiced him, and I invoiced him, and I invoiced him, and I emailed him 5 times, and he didn't respond. So I canceled the order. I did a non-paying buyer, and I canceled the order, and I left a negative feedback saying I emailed him 5 times and I got no response, and he was non-paying buyer. He left me a negative saying I had school and I couldn't pay, and he left negative on me. And I'm like,
that shouldn't have happened, Ken. Ken, if you, so I just did a no paying buyer 2 weeks ago, and they cannot leave feedback. So you must have not finished either the no paying buyer or something.
I called him a non-paying buyer, but I don't go through the whole process of lodging the non-paying buyer because it takes 2 weeks for that to clear, and then all my inventory that this guy has ordered is stuck in limbo.
Yeah, but then he can leave that negative feedback. That's the point. So the non-paying buyer is for them not to leave feedback. Yeah. Like every non-paying buyer I've done, I've gone through that process just easier.
Yeah. So I really don't get hung up on the feedback thing anymore. I really, really don't care. Like, honestly, I've got over 600 orders. I've got, what is it? No, I've got 300 and some odd, no, 480 orders. I'm getting right. Yeah. What's my feedback at?
Was it 91%, you said?
Well, that's my,
your rating?
No, that's my rating. But feedback wise, where's my
Hang
profile?
on one sec. I just want to address Doom here. He came in under both accounts, T-Fan and his Doom account. So Doom, you missed in the beginning. So yeah, it is the end of this, the way you see this one, with the big. I haven't even opened anything because we've been enjoying the conversation. But what we'll do is, instead of doing these longer form shows, it'll be New Bricks Today or some other name I come up with. I've already used New Bricks Today, so it's not like it'd be new to me, but there'll be something, of course. And Doom, if you can you drop the name of your YouTube into the chat because I think people would really enjoy your content. I know I do. Sorry, Ken.
Yeah, it's okay. My feedback rating is 634. I really don't care. Want to give me a negative? Give me a negative. I still
You're
get
moderator.
orders, and it doesn't change anything. Like this is a hobby for me. I'm not going to get bent out of shape because some guy didn't like the fact. Like some guy, he ordered a figure, and he ordered 2 figures. One was a Thor with the red cape, and the other was a Hawkeye. And the Hawkeye had a little chip in his chin that was so small, right? It was actually under his chin, right on the very edge of the neck. Really, really hard to see. Okay, fine. The Thor character, the Thor figure, it had the tiniest little pull on the edge of the cape that was under the neck that you couldn't see at all. And he's like, and there's a great big scratch under the arm, and it's from the hand touching the arm. And I'm like, I really hate these guys that buy figures and then put them under a microscope. And it's like, come on, man.
Just
Like,
that's why I have the description. I gotta ask Stud City, all those TikToks, are those actually all your like figures and sets?
Yeah, I tell you, I even wondered. I've known him
Jesus.
for years because that is ever since he got out of school and he's been posting all this stuff from.
I see that stuff and I'm just like, oh my god! Like,
I mean, what's the most recent one, Stud City? You got the military aircraft. I mean, I saw that one I think today.
is that on YouTube?
No, TikTok.
Today's TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
Hey, Will.
Yeah, no, it's the Lego TikTok actually is getting. It's all my. Oh, dang! Like figures galore.
Yeah.
Good evening, Doom.
Oh.
You're always gonna be Doom to me.
Hello.
Yeah, I know. He's stuck on the bottom looking over all my logos.
You might need to
I'm
shut down
behind
your
your
secondary
YouTube,
camera there.
Facebook,
that
Instagram, and Twitch.
Or sticking up there behind my.
He's right beside you now.
He can put his arms up like this and kind of.
It's like Mike Wazowski in Monsters Inc., who has to constantly hide behind a logo.
Okay, I could put little sensor bars where our eyes should be. Oh man,
We had to obscure T-Fan page 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the end of the long form format just because it's hard for me to plan. Sometimes it's hard for me to get everyone together because this definitely works better when I have some faces to talk to and bounce ideas off of. But I'll do smaller form stuff that's 5 or 10 minutes. It's like, hey, look what I got, and if someone comes on, great, they come on. But just that and the ideas of the Fridays. Also, I'm changing jobs one way or the other during the next 30 days. Really important interview Wednesday, and if that doesn't work out, I got another thing lined up, and I'll be leaving.
Does that mean you're gonna have the 24th off? Drive to Belleville?
Okay. So, well, here's the thing. So straight up, if Wednesday works out, I could have my Sundays back as soon as the week after.
Oh, nice.
Yes. If
So
that
you're
doesn't
leaving
work
Walmart?
out, try not to. Try not to, because I'm in a real cherry position right now. And if everything works out, I'm going to have a really nice job. But it's going to force me to switch my 4-day week to another 4 days. Yeah. But it would give me my Sundays. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to both. But, I'll have, 80 people under me. So that'll be great. Knock on wood. Hopefully that works out.
Yeah. Well, for anybody that's in Eastern Ontario that's around, I'm just going to plug this real quick. Sunday, April 24th, Belleville Masonic Hall. There's a toy show happening. Mike DeRushi, who owns Belleville Toy Show, is hosting. I'm going to be there. There's going to be some comic book vendors, toy vendors, collectibles, all kinds of stuff. So if you're in the area, come on down.
Do you know what the entry fee is?
$2. Let me double check. Hang on a second.
I know I promoted someone's show that was $2, and I wasn't sure if that was that one.
Ken, can I ask you a question about shows? You seem to do them a lot. Do you take stuff out of your BrickLink inventory to do the shows? Then?
I take the whole inventory.
So do you
shut the store and I
do you
go.
just close your store then?
I close the store and I go, and I
'Cause,
record
like, so
everything that's my
I have the
daughter's boyfriend comes
opportunity.
with me,
Okay.
and in a book we will record everything we sell.
Which
And
is
then
true,
before we
because
reopen the
when I bought
store,
from him, they're writing down everything.
we
It's like,
write down
really?
everything. And
Like,
before we reopen the store, we go through everything and we remove it from the inventory.
So when
It
you
usually takes about an hour.
when you take the stuff from the store, do you then take the price that you had in the store to put on the price you're selling at the toy fair?
Everything when I put stuff in my store, I put tags on it and I price it. And so everything that's sitting in my bins already has prices on them.
Okay, because I've got the opportunity to do some shows this year, and I've actually been asked to do one, but
Yeah.
I see Pop's Block Shop. He'll do like stuff for his BrickLink store, and then he'll do stuff for just convention. Oh, there you go, Master Chief.
I saw it
question.
on your background. I see the box, so I thought, hey, might as well dig it out. It's right there.
Dude. So I've only got
Speaking
3
of
of them,
Halo,
and you can guess which 2 I'm missing since
Oh,
you know about this.
Did you get the blue one, the yellow one, and the red one?
Halo question. I got a Halo question.
Okay, well, this is the guy to ask.
Did you
So I
watch the
got
Halo
yellow
TV
one.
show?
By the way, it's a
Yeah, I did.
No, I still haven't watched it. And the blue one.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So
I got
I
a
think
blue
you
one.
got.
Isn't there another blue one?
Yeah, I think it was cyan, but I think you got the 3-pack version because that's what I got, and
Yeah.
it was just basically them wrapped up in the like plastic. That was it. But those are the exact ones that it came from.
The yellow box is really rough, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to build it.
Yeah,
I only got
I've
the
got 'em
energy
all.
sword. That's all I got. That's the only one I bought. The only one I could will myself to buy that's not Lego was the energy sword.
Oh, I love that energy sword. I've got it up
I know.
there.
I haven't. I got 2 new display shelves I'm going to put up, and I'm going to build it and put it on there soon. So
I tell you what I really liked. I got that Skeletor scepter. I can't wait to
Oh,
build that. That thing looks great. And I might buy another
The
one.
Ram's head?
But
Yeah.
the Ram's head. And I might buy a
where'd you
second
get
one.
that?
So I have enough. I imported it, but you can get it Toys R Us commonly. Yeah.
Oh,
T-Fan, where are you from?
the other side of Canada.
Well, I'm from Saskatchewan, so you must not be far.
I'm just a little off from that, BC.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah.
Where in BC are you?
I'm on Vancouver Island.
No, hit me with it. Where are you from? City.
What, are
town.
you trying to dox me right now?
It's coming over. It's coming over. Watch out.
What town are you in?
My address is 341 Spider-Man Street.
His
but what town are
IP
you in?
is 254.
My IP is A at
No.
yahoo.com.
Just tell me what town you're in. It'll be relevant.
He's clearly running from the law.
Courtney Comox, probably.
I'm from Vancouver
Victoria.
Island. You're in Victoria? Because I'm from Courtney.
Close to it.
I don't know if
Say
you've
to
heard me.
Nemo. Makes it
Since
easy.
we got some mega blocks.
See what you got.
Yeah, so let's see. This one I'm glad to finally get, but it's probably not.
I'm just going to shut my camera off for a second.
All right.
Whoa,
He's going to run to my house, I think.
Coming over.
Here. But anyway, so this is a glow-in-the-dark Scare Glow.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the first one or second one, because there was another release. But I didn't have any, and I don't chase the figures, but I know I didn't have this one, so.
Did you get that from Amazon then?
I did get it from Amazon, but I actually got it from one of the cheapest ones I'd seen in the last 12 months. So I was kind of surprised. Because it skyrocketed. I seen it as high as $40 at one point. It was ridiculous.
So I've been hearing Toys R Us is getting really low on Lego. Are they getting low on Mega at all, or no?
Not the ones in Toronto.
No, I don't go to.
I think there's not a lot of Mega Construct sets out there because Halo got delayed, so they couldn't release some of the sets.
Yeah,
I've seen some of the box art for the new Halo sets, so they look interesting. Yay, another warthog! You know,
Mm-hmm.
That's all I grab.
I'm all right with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it could go with the elephant, so that's good.
Yeah, I tell you. I really wish I'd gotten me one. I still haven't acquired one of those.
Yeah, but you're showing off that little infinity up there that I don't have.
Yeah, but I don't have the forward onto Dawn.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, by the way, today, I don't know if you care, the Tesla is still something I'm passing on because it's so hideous. $277 on Amazon. Lowest price. That's like $75 off.
I saw a build for that, and they took pretty much all day to build that.
I think it's just hideous. Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It doesn't matter. Like, I still think it might be a good investment because these big mega sets, they do great once they're gone.
Yeah.
But you may have to wait 2, 3, 5 years for that. Yeah, but once it is gone, it is going to be great. But it's a hideous build. I mean, it's an ugly truck. So they accurately, or more or less accurately, depicted a hideous truck. I don't need a building set of a hideous truck.
I wish they'd release some more Pokemon one though. Those are kind of cool. Those ones, my kids love them.
I want more
there's some
giant Pokemon. What is wrong with them? They keep giving us tiny little dinky ones.
There's some giant ones. There's a Jumbo Eevee.
There's a Jumbo Pikachu as well.
That's it. It's just the two of them.
Well,
Eevee
there's like a
there's a lot.
Charizard. Isn't there a bigger
It's not
Squirtle
giant.
too?
It's not giant. It's not
No,
giant.
it's not giant, but it's.
That's the thing. I want more of that scale because I love them.
By the way, I did manage to get some Lego.
Ah, nice.
But not only that, today this one surprised me. I almost missed it in the store.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
those.
I was happy to get that a couple
I
weeks
kind of
ago.
want that too. It's nice.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised by it. It actually reminds me of some of the older Hot Wheels I used to buy, or I had, because my grandparents gave me a container of Hot Wheels, and most of them were Ferrari 512s. So,
Really?
Is that Lego?
yep, it's the
Speed Champs, the new one.
1970 Ferrari
Yeah.
512M.
Where did you find that?
Walmart.
Nice.
It was the only one they had, and I don't know what they're doing with the Countach because you can't find it anywhere now.
Did you say you're in Victoria or you're in Nanaimo?
Victoria.
Okay. You still only got one Walmart there?
No, we got quite a few. We've got one very close by, and then like probably 10, 15 minutes away, closer to Toys R Us, where they have a bunch of malls. You know, they got.
Is that? Yeah, I lived in Victoria for 5 years. My brother owns a tanning salon up by Save on Foods there. I'm from the island. I'm from Courtney.
I'm actually from the mainland, and then we moved to the island.
Tanning salon.
Yeah, I got a brother that's on the mainland too, so we're scattered all over. So,
See the Walmarts like in Saskatchewan, like in Saskatoon, have been just bare. But we went to Lloyd this past weekend, then we went to Edmonton on the Saturday. On the Friday night, I went to Lloyd's toy store just to see the Walmart to see what they had. My God, was that Lego section stocked? They had
how long does it take you to get to Edmonton?
They had what?
How long does it take you to get to Edmonton?
About 6 hours, I would say, 5.5. But
That's
when we
a
were
long
in
drive.
Lloyd, we were halfway there, right? So that's where we went. But man, they have toys at that Walmart. That was the best Walmart I've ever seen.
Oh, you got the Lotus and the Lamborghini.
Yeah, I got the three. Yeah. Well, the Countach I desperately had to have. The Lotus, I couldn't walk out without it. And the Ferrari, I like the Ferraris, but that particular one you grabbed, it didn't grab me as much. But since I got the
I was not interested right away, but I mean, it's a Speed Champion set, so I thought, sure, whatever, I'm gonna get it, and I was very surprised by it.
It looks like a nice build.
The 8 wide scales really got me. I love these things now.
Well, technically, it's a 9-stud wide car because of the back.
Oh,
so
flares out, yeah.
But very surprised there's different techniques, but it uses a lot of older parts, not the traditional Speed Champions pieces. And it actually uses a frame from one of the older sets that I had where it's got like 3 little cars. I still have one of the cars, but yeah. So that felt nostalgic to me.
It's probably like very because it's square and blocky looking, and that's the way it's supposed to look, right?
Yep.
Like especially that front end.
I will say there's a little bit of give on the front lights there.
Yeah.
But they try their best to keep it in place. So that's a plane.
Yeah.
Top Gun
Well, because of the delay of the
to go with the movie.
And here's the thing. I mean, that movie was delayed a year or two from coming out. But what made things worse, this was barely distributed in Canada. This basically came and went in like 2 weeks online. It was barely in the stores. This was another one I had to import.
Yeah.
I want to say from the UK Amazon. I don't even think it was from the US Amazon at the time. But it was like, I really want it because I also have the Top Gun Maverick branded Kobe sets. So my intention now is to build them out as a wave of stuff I'll do like a particular week or something. I mean, it's not bad, but it's practically the exact same build as their regular Mega Constructs jet.
Yeah, I was about to say, it reminds me a lot of the older Pro Builder sets.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to it. Now, of course, the nice thing is there's no stickers. It's all printed pieces, so that's going to look really nice.
I like the helmet.
Yeah. But they see, and this is what I really wish they weren't going with their little clunky kitty figures. I really miss the Call of Duty style figures.
Yeah, that's weird for a Pro Builder set. I guess it's the scale, maybe?
Well, this one, it's not Pro Builder, it's Wonder Builders.
Oh, I thought it was Pro Builder.
No, the stuff in the last year or two is not Pro Builders. And this kitty scale stuff, they got a tank, they got a fighter jet, they got something else. And
then Lego refuses to say, "Oh, we put weapons in Lego sets." Meanwhile, they're Star Wars.
It's got the same kind of their variation on these shooters. I mean, that's a nice addition. Plus, the military stuff is what took me away from Lego. You know, when I wanted to branch out, it was the military sets that did it. This one, you can only see quality goes in when you see it come in a garbage bag.
That looks like a binder.
You get that from a BrickLink seller?
Well, it's like, no. This is China.
Shocker.
This is 2.5 weeks. I'm hoping this is a display box, even though it's crushed. Because if it's got the display box, it's still going to show nicely.
It adds character.
Yeah, and either way, I will be building this in the next week or so. The Chinese stuff I always build right away. It doesn't go up on a shelf or anything. Plus, most of the Chinese stuff I have doesn't come in a nice box, so there's really no point.
I'm seeing the Hot Wheels logo on the back. I've been buying a lot of Hot Wheels.
Oh, well, so I've got the 4 sets now for Mega, and that's something I'll build out. That'll probably be like a car week or car month where I do the Speed Champs and maybe I'll do the Hot Wheels. Yeah. And then I'm going to open. Oh my God, now.
When are you going to hit all this stuff out? Like, this is a lot of stuff for you to build.
I mean, there's like over 100 Hot Wheels in there now. From all that ridiculousness when I was collecting all the Hot Wheels that matched those 4 sets.
God, monster trucks are just everywhere right now. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. And Hot Wheels has a new scale that's like 8 inches long. They call it the Steel Series. It's heavy. It feels like it's a kilo. Yeah, it's just crazy. Please be a display box. It'd be nice. Yes. Or it's a box.
It's legally a box.
Yeah, it's. My wife, she goes. I'm out walking around at our local mall, getting back. She goes, post these there with a package. Like, really? Okay, and I'm showing up and grab him before he disappears.
Astro Boy.
Okay, there we go.
You got one of those.
Yeah.
I was about to buy one too, and I wasn't sure. So.
Well, let me build it and then make a decision.
Did you get the one with the lights or without the lights?
This should have no light kit.
It does?
No.
So it's a Chinese brick set.
Is it Astro Boy?
It is.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. I can see just the hair thing there.
I'll open it up right now.
Probably
the first time. No, I swear I'll open it.
One of
I'll
the
do
first
it.
anime cartoons that I ever watched as a kid.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, here in Canada,
That
it was one of the first
Voltron
things we were
and
exposed to.
G-Force, I think it was called. Oh, and
G-Force,
Robotech.
Robotech,
G-Force,
Macross. Yeah.
Robotech, Voltron,
Now, of
all the
course, the
originals.
Macross stuff the Robotech we saw in North America was very edited, but that's
Yeah.
okay. It still was better than nothing.
I remember watching late night as a kid, Dragon Ball, and even Inuyasha would be on just for the sake of watching it, I guess. Ooh, pink bags. That has
Yeah,
asbestos.
interesting. Let's see.
Delicious asbestos.
Okay, now I know when I ordered it,
Hmm.
I thought the company's name was Fantasy Brick, Fantasy Brick,
Fantasy.
Fantasy Brick. Okay,
Damn.
Fantasy,
Imagine what's in the pants.
and I'm hoping.
Why it's all pink?
Oh, here we go. Let's see. There, that's what I wanted you guys to see.
Oh, that
So,
is cool.
Oh, wow. That
and
reminds me of some of the Transformers figures they're making where it's half transparent and you can see all the mechanics in it. They're making a few
by the
figures
way,
like
that
that.
is Lego scale. It's not diamond block scale. So that's Lego scale. But
So that'd be decent size.
posable. And you can do some stuff to light them up, like Ken had mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's got a printed manual. I didn't even care if it had the display box. And it's funny, I looked at my listing for it and it said no box. I go, no, that's not what I clicked on. I know I said display box. I don't mind saving, 20% and have it without the box. But I
Yeah,
really
there's a
didn't want to
wooden
do another
display box
build.
or something there.
Yeah, I really didn't want to go with online manuals again. But this is a great looking manual.
I gotta ask Rick, what does something like that cost to get over here?
Well, it's free shipping, or I won't touch it.
Okay.
And it took 2.5 weeks for this one to show up.
That's not bad
hopefully-
from China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty
These days-
reasonable from China.
Yeah, these days
I
it's
think they
pretty
were
good
like
to get.
115
Christmas
bucks or
to
something.
February, don't do it. But after February, then it gets easier because
So are these like
What was the
limited
price tag on that,
sets?
Rick?
Like,
it's not limited. I mean, there's on AliExpress, there's 30 guys selling this right now.
oh, okay.
Um,
So you got this
and-
from AliExpress then? Yeah.
Okay.
How much was it?
AliExpress, Alibaba, Taobao. I couldn't tell you which one. Taobao's hard if you don't read the language, because even Google won't help you much with it.
All right. I do have to head out, but thank you for letting me on, I guess.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming by, and there will be, a new type of stream. It's not going to look any different. It'll just be new bricks today.
Yeah.
And we got other things coming along, BrickLink streams or whatever. I mean, this was a little clickbaity, and I said it's not clickbaity. I am changing it. It is going to be shorter. I mean, look, we went an hour before I showed off anything.
The final new bricks this week ever.
Yeah.
Join us next week.
Manual looks good,
Join
though.
us tomorrow.
Join us
for
next
Rick.
week for version 2. But
Season 2.
Season 2. The next 175 episodes.
So the outro has like a ... across the screen.
Yeah.
To be
Also,
continued,
Rick.
question mark.
Do you know
Hey,
what's
Rick.
weird? Yep.
What'd you pay for that one?
Right.
I want to say 85. They're going for 80 to 120, I think.
Yeah, it's 136 if you buy it directly from the company.
Okay. Well, you can definitely do cheaper than that. But yeah, I don't know anyone dumb enough to buy straight from the Chinese manufacturer. It's like, why would you do that? You know what's funny? Okay, so the paper though is practically tissue paper. Like I'm holding it up and I could read
It looks
both sides.
see-through almost.
It's not almost. It's very close. I mean, it's clean enough and clear enough.
So do you
But-
think there's a market for that stuff here? Like to bring, if you brought over, say you did talk to your manufacturer.
If I
And you
bought
brought
10
over.
of these, watch. I do. When I did the BD1 droid,
Yeah.
first I had 40 guys asking me for the manual because I figured they'll just build it out of regular Lego, which I would recommend anyway. But if I had imported 10 or 20 of them, I could have sold it in an hour. Easy.
See, so why hasn't anyone done that?
People are doing it. Well, in the major cities, they are. I can go
No.
down. So in Pacific Mall, which is Markham, 15 kilometers away from me here in Toronto, from where I live. There's guys selling this stuff in a store on a shelf. Now, they'll price it higher than what Ken was mentioning because every time I see a boxed set, even the stuff I'll buy without a box, anytime I see a box set, it's like usually almost double what I'll pay to import.
So do they actually sell those sets though at these stores you're talking about? Really?
Yeah, right on the shelf out in the open. Yeah.
See, you don't see that much here in Saskatchewan, I'll be 100% honest. Like,
really?
very rarely.
But dude, I wish that box was a little more photogenic. If it had the manual on there. Oh, and there is actually a higher quality box. This would be the generic one. I think that's why they said no box. There is a better one that had something that looked like this. And it might be something that had the light kit that Ken was mentioning. But yeah,
so you guys are just so much. It's like, as I told you yesterday, Rick, you guys are just a different world out there than out here. It's crazy.
I don't mind dabbling in this stuff, but if you guys watch my streams, it's frustrating sometimes. I've become a problem solver. Like, how do I fix a problem?
I was in.
You should see these chrome pieces. I know it's not showing well on camera. They're beautiful. Oh, that's nice. So we know what we're going to do, not tomorrow, but probably next week. You know what we'll do? Wednesday night next week. Plus, I'll be able to let you guys know how I did on my interview. But I'll probably start building this guy out because this is not going to sit on my desk long. I'm so tickled.
It'd be hard to.
Yeah, and I've got I've got stuff like Optimus Prime coming in this scale, and he'll stand about 18 to 20 inches tall. I should say I've been trying to have him come over. This is my third attempt to import it. First one, time ran out 2 days before, and I got the charges reversed. Second time, different seller. That got killed within 2 or 3 days. They clearly either didn't have it or couldn't ship it to me. Third guy claims he shipped it, so we'll see. I've got lots of buyer protection time. Right now, it's like 75 days altogether, and I've probably still got 30 or 40 days. I got to check on that. But yeah, I love trying some of the stuff out. Some of it's great. Some of it is just like, but it's cheap enough that I can dabble and play these games. But for any of us that grew up like 1983, 84 in North America, seeing this on our TV when it was probably 78 or 79, probably overseas. Astro Boy is huge.
Yeah, I know Astro. Like, I'm a little bit younger than both of you. I'll fully admit. I was born in 1990.
Oh, that's what everyone recognizes.
But I know Astro Boy really well.
Yeah.
I know I look old with my grizzled beard, but it's just to keep me warm.
And it's not to say all of that cartoon series was great, because our memories are probably little,
well, the movie helped it get a resurgence too.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's all those dubbed over things though. They're not the best. Like Speed Racer, I watched Speed Racer cartoon. It was terrible. Or even, I'll give you a more modern, recommendation. The Phantom Menace. When's the last time you watched that? Do you know how hard that is to watch? Like, it's so bad. It's painful. Did you watch Moon Knight
but
yet?
It's necessary for the storyline, though.
I haven't seen Moon Knight yet. See, Moon Knight's one of those shows where I get Disney and I get Marvel.
Moon Knight effects
they're going
pretty
through
good,
the
actually.
catalog of B and C and D level characters, because I remember in the mid 80s buying Moon Knight comics, and they were crud, and it was just something for me to experiment with, because I would buy my Avengers and my Uncanny X-Men and maybe my Hulk and one or two others, and then if I still had $1.50 left and I could buy 2 more comics at 65 cents each or whatever, what was out there? Maybe Rom or Moon Knight or something else. I thought, okay, and I always had that experimental budget in comics every week, and I'd pick up the 1 or 2 issues of something. Moon Knight was crap, and it's like Disney is really scraping the bottom. I mean, when they did
Well,
the Morbius, right, is being trashed.
no, but is Morbius Disney or Sony?
I think it's Sony,
Yeah, so that's totally different.
but
Disney had no part of
just the fact
Morbius.
that anyone is touching
No, I think Morbius became
A-level
trash.
characters,
I think Morbius became trash either because of Jared Leto, which I actually like him, so I have no
I
problem
like
with
him
him.
too,
But
and I don't think it was a bad. I don't think
it's
it was
the
bad
delay.
casting.
It's been the delay of it, right? It's been delayed so much
Yeah,
that people are like, I
Everything's been
want something
delayed.
good. I think, see, like, so the good thing about Moon Knight that I thought was the best part was one of, in my mind, the best characters in the new Star Wars. Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac was great. He did
Yeah.
such a good job, and like he is one of my favorite actors right now. And
and I watched the
I
movie.
thought
I will watch it
I
for him.
yeah, well, it's not
I
a movie;
thought
it's a TV
Moon Knight.
series.
Oh, is it a series?
Yeah, it's a series.
Also, we could just watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Disney. Just episode 1 came out so far.
Okay.
So I watched episode 1 tonight with the wife, and I thought that Moon Knight, just the first episode, was better than Eternals.
Wow.
Which I've still.
Yeah, I haven't
have
seen
yet to
Eternals. None of
watch.
them going to. It looks so bad.
Yeah, I really got to watch it before I judge it.
I
So
didn't
harshly.
I didn't find Eternals really bad. I just found that there was a lot of unnecessary stuff in Eternals.
But you got to look what Disney's doing though. Like Disney is building other properties, and like so they're pushing out Blade soon. So they're gonna do a team up with Blade and Moon Knight, and they're building such a community in a
Are
sense.
they building a Midnight Suns universe? Are they?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're building stuff that's crazy, and it's gonna
Just
be.
phase 5 or phase 6.
I think wait for this new Doctor Strange to come out. A lot of things are going to be happening because they could reset everything, right?
Dark.
It's going to be. I'm very excited. It's like
And across the Spider-Verse is coming.
so. I saw someone write a hot take on Star Wars, and they said they should stop old content and start something new. 1,000 years in the future after the rise of Skywalker.
No. I think what they should do is they should go back to the origins and look at where the Sith Order was kind of where it wasn't evil, like where the very first Sith started.
No, but there's already
And
all
how
that
they-
lore. Like people just want fresh, brand new things. There's no books. There's no like because a lot of that stuff is just legends. It's not canon, right? So if they start fresh, brand new characters, maybe have some relative to Skywalker or whoever, and then they like show what's happened in the universe. What's going on, Rick? You're
Yeah,
shrugging.
but
Well,
like, I mean,
so there's a barcode on the back of this. So I'm trying.
Yeah.
You know, my Chinese is lacking, and it's like, oh god damn! Now I gotta try and figure this out. This is what happens when you're a white guy and you dabble with the Chinese stuff. It's like, yeah, it tells me absolutely nothing. I'll have my buddy translate it for me. By the way, your phone has been hacked. What?
They have your
Saying that, I wouldn't know. Ha ha, white guy.
I saw a post on Facebook today, and it said the guy that posted it said everybody might want to go and change their bank card PIN number, and it said there was one massive hack that was done, and everyone's PIN number has been compromised in one file that was released on the dark web.
Yep.
And I almost went, I got to go and research this, and then I thought for a second, I'm like, no. I'm looking at the source, and I'm looking at the dates,
on that, by the way.
and I'm like, I'm just gonna call them out right now.
Well, my wife said credit union got hacked or something because all of her employees my wife works at Costco. All of them are like, "Where are my paychecks? Why do I have direct deposit?" They're all getting mad because credit union got hacked.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in. You're just going to have to expect that something you do, whether it's your own payroll or your banking or maybe what you do with PayPal or something, it's going to get like Sony or Xbox, their live services, they got exposed in the last year. I mean, that's why, check your stuff, stay on top of it, look at your bills,
I
and
got
of
an
course,
email
don't
the
use
other
the same
day.
passwords anywhere, right? Keep rolling
I
with
got an
them.
email the other day and it looked like it was from TD, and it said that there was an account, or there was a deposit waiting to be confirmed from Canada Revenue Agency for $491.90. Click here, and I'm like,
Yeah, I bet.
what? So I
Some
went.
Nigerian prince wants to send you some money. There you go,
Yeah.
Ken.
I actually
They're
went to
getting-
my Canada Revenue account and logged in to see if they
By the
made
way,
any.
all the
I'm like, there
Nigerians
was
that work
nothing.
for me, very honest people. So have no worry. Click on that.
Can I address Sadness's thing there? So Sadness said the problem with the new Star Wars, they're terrible. The originals are always the best. They should go to the Old Republic. I don't
That's what I
disagree
said.
that the originals are some of the better ones, but you got to remember we have a new generation now, and you have those new generations sit down and watch 1 through 6. They're having trouble. I'll tell you that right now, because either the graphics aren't as good or whatever. And like, so my favorite Star Wars movie, and I was born in the 90s, so I was a part of the 1 through 3. And then I did watch 4, 5, and 6 originally, because that was what you watched, right? That's what my love of Star Wars was. But my favorite one's Rogue One. I think that's the most pleasing and best story Star Wars has done.
I did like
Which one? Rogue One?
Rogue One, yeah. I think that's the best Star Wars movie they made.
I just hate
And
the fact they killed everyone off.
well, I understand, but like they did a
You
story
said
that
that in
actually like
1977,
tied
Rick.
a lot together, and it was just so good. Like, that's my point. Like, that's why they need, like, they try to do with Finn and Rey and Kylo Ren, have new heroes and villains, but they failed terribly. I think. Like, I think they wasted them, to be honest. Not failed, wasted them.
Finn, I know it's horrible to say, but I'm convinced Disney bowed to the international markets. Some of them being quite racist, didn't want to see that black lead, and they watered down what Finn was supposed to be.
Well, look at so like in my mind, the best character was Poe Dameron out of all of them. He had a good backstory. He was the ace pilot. He was, the loudmouth. He was your Han Solo of the new era.
And they underutilized him.
Exactly. They wasted his talent so much.
He did a Netflix movie where it's kind of like an Expendables thing. There's 5 guys. I can't remember what it was, but look him up on Netflix and watch that movie. It's a great action flick.
The other one that bugs me that he did is when he played Apocalypse. That was that was a hard pass for me.
X-Men?
It just wasn't in an X-Men.
Right.
It was a Rise of Phoenix or whatever. I don't know what that one was.
Well,
No, that was
all the
Days
X-Men
of Future
movies were
Past.
shit.
Well, I thought First Class was great. I thought they did good with it. The second one I thought was like Days of Future Past. Great X-Men. X-Men 1, X-Men 2, great. X-Men 3, shit.
But that last one was definitely
The Apocalypse, that was terrible. It was Days of Future Past actually probably was one of my favorite because they had different mutants in it. And
I don't like Sony's treatment of the Marvel characters. I just don't.
Well, remember Sony lost I think everyone other than Spider-Man. So, and his universe. So you're gonna have, like, they were saying that even Patrick Stewart's the new Doctor Strange. So you're bringing
what?
I like Patrick Stewart, but that's not good casting.
Well,
No.
he was Xavier.
But he shouldn't be Strange.
Yeah, he
No. He's not Doctor Strange. He's playing
Xavier.
He is playing
okay.
Xavier in the Doctor Strange movie.
Okay.
It's a multiverse thing. So they're bringing, and then they're talking about bringing back the original guy who played Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four. Tom Cruise is playing Iron Man. He's like an alternate universe Iron Man because he actually turned down the job when Robert Downey Jr.
And I'm thinking like that could work.
So I was hoping they'd bring back Chris Evans as
the Torch.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I was like, yes. Torch.
I
Johnny
forgot.
Storm.
I forgot he'd done that.
So I don't know. I am excited for what's happening with the Marvel Universe, and some of the TV shows have been better than some movies. Like
I liked Falcon and
Falcon and Winter Soldier, in my mind, has been the best one so far.
I like
Like
that.
I haven't seen Hawkeye yet. Loki was okay, but it was a
WandaVision was
little too
okay.
crazy for me. The start
Loki
of
I liked.
WandaVision,
Hawkeye disappointed me. I liked WandaVision because it was different.
it was good, but after the third episode, the first 2 episodes were terrible.
Well, the gimmick runs a little thin. Like, oh, what sitcom and what era are they doing this week?
No, but they didn't have any. They didn't build up to what was happening really, and so that's what was really bad. But they gave you new characters, and they showed Wanda what she could do. So I think that's what they
It was
built.
all in her mind, though. That's the thing, right? And it kind of
Yeah.
set the stage for Doctor Strange coming to her for Multiverse of Madness and really bringing out what she can do and how dark her powers are.
So it's I don't know.
I think she's the strongest.
Future.
She's the strongest X-Men of them all. I
This-
really
this-
think so.
The Kenobi's going to be interesting. I'm excited for that.
Got a visitor.
Yeah. They
Oh,
all
my-
look alike. I swear they're all clones because that's like spitting image of my cat. If I could ever.
Not
Well,
mine. Mine's a
That's
long
my
hair
other
cat.
one.
How many cats do you got, Ken?
2.
Oh, you're one away from a crazy cat guy. Jeez.
No, they're my wife's. The only reason why they come to me is because they're hungry and they want me to.
I
film
say
it.
that all the time. I say my cat's my
Feeding
wife's, and I'm my cat's favorite person in the world.
I
So
refuse.
I'm the one
to
that
feed
feeds
my
them.
cat. Yeah, I refuse to feed my cat. I tell my
Yeah.
wife and daughter, "You want the cat? You go feed him."
And then I've got 2 dogs. So
there's the
we've had
zoo.
the
Dogs,
for,
I can. dogs
we've
I
had the dogs for about 12, 13 years. So
You know what? Actually, I started watching this past week. I know it's an old one, but I got my buddy's Crave. He gave it to me. I started watching Chernobyl.
Why?
That's a good series. It's good. You don't like it?
I haven't watched it, so I can't comment.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
watch what?
Chernobyl. It's like a mini docu-series on HBO.
Yeah,
It's
I seen it. I did. I watched the first one and I just couldn't get into it.
really
So
HBO makes some I find quality stuff. So
anyway, guys,
Well,
it's
they got
been
their moments.
an hour and a half, an hour and 40 almost. I got
Yeah.
to crash out because I got hockey at 6:30 in the morning.
Not just you. Not just you. By the way, guys, thanks for making this enjoyable. It is the last one, guys. I'm not lying. It was only a little clickbaity,
But are we still going to do this every now and then? Get together on a stream, chat?
Well, we won't call it New Bricks this week, and then I won't be
no.
lying.
I want Ken to go against all the other BrickLink stores. That's what I want. I want to see that. That's going to be quality TV.
See,
What?
Ken, here's the thing.
You were supposed to be on the first one. I took
You
your
were
spot,
supposed-
Ken.
Well, this is what
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
I was there.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
stuff came up. See, I go to a UFC event almost every Saturday, and the Saturday that stream was happening, that I said I was going to be on, my buddy said, "I need you to come over and bring your laptop so that we can stream the UFC off your laptop because my thing isn't working yet." So I had to go over early and set all my stuff up, and
Earlier,
it just so
'cause
happened.
Ken was going to
Yeah.
bow out gracefully after 45 minutes, but it turned out he couldn't make the event at all.
So Ken,
Yeah.
I got to ask this since you're a UFC guy of all time. Like I have my favorite UFC fighter of all time. Do you have one?
Yep. Yep.
Who's yours?
GSP.
Do you want to know mine?
Who's yours?
Carpenter, Clay Guida.
Clay? I like Clay Guida. It's just
Lately,
Yeah.
he's been not as good. I'll fully admit. But see,
he's
GSP
old.
to me
He's
is like
like
cop out.
now, right?
GSP is like the cop out for any Canadian to say GSP.
Oh, no.
I know,
But
but
the reason why I say GSP is because GSP would always go into the ring and dominate his opponent in what they did. So if he was going after a wrestler, he would out wrestle him. If he was going after a
Yeah.
striker, he would outstrike him. If he was going after a jiu-jitsu guy, he would out jiu-jitsu him.
He lost to Johnny Hendricks. He lost to Johnny Hendricks.
didn't.
That
No, he
first
didn't.
fight, 100%. Johnny Hendricks
No.
won that fight hands down. I was watching it in the bar, and I'm like, "Oh,
That's
Johnny,
not-
Hendricks, he won this
No,
easily."
well, that's not what the judges said.
Oh, I know
if
that's not what the
Johnny
judges
Hendricks
said,
was
but-
supposed to win the fight, then maybe he should have knocked him out, and he didn't.
Well, I look at his face. Like GSP looked like a freaking like he
Oh,
was
right,
hammered.
but
Yeah,
you've
destroyed.
got guys. Hang on, but you've got guys like Nate Diaz. You give him one smack and he starts bleeding. You guys got guys like Diego Sanchez. You blow on him and he puffs up because all the scar tissue. GSP, same thing. You grab in a headlock and you rough him up a little bit, and the next thing you know, he looks like he's been through a 10-round war because of the scar tissue, right? So you can't just go off of what he looks like.
Hendricks was landing the bombs. Whatever. It's all good. But yeah, no, GSP is obviously a Canadian legend. Everyone's going to say GSP. So
if you don't like, well, I mean, there's other guys that I like. There's guys I don't like too, right? So I like Hamzat Chimaev, the new kid that's coming up.
See, I like guys who entertain, and maybe it's because of the wrestling thing that I loved so much.
What do you think of Patty?
Tito, I loved because win, lose, or draw,
he's gonna go somewhere.
He put people in seats because you wanted someone to kick his ass. He had such a big mouth. I mean, he could back it up most of the time, but
you're getting some of those people now. Like look at. So to me, one of the biggest stars they haven't marketed is Patty and Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Well,
Sugar Sean, he is.
Well, Sean hurt his knee, right? So he's up for
but
the better part
he's
of
always
year.
hurt. Seems like, but he's a marketing he's marketing himself so well. His podcast is doing good. He's hanging out with the right type of people to get more popular and more publicity.
Here's the thing about Sean. If Sean gets offered a fight, he has to stop smoking weed immediately, and then
he's got to pass.
He needs at least 6 weeks to pass it, so he can get through the USADA testing. Otherwise, there's no point in him taking a fight. So if they go, we got a short notice fight, he can't take it because he won't pass USADA.
But it's gonna be changing how I think like the rules for the weed is different, right? Because you get an exemption, don't you, from USADA?
What's that?
I'm pretty sure because USADA has exemption for weed for some of those fighters. It's illegal in states. I don't understand how they couldn't.
But it's whether it's legal or not doesn't mean that they should still be able to use it, because if a guy lives in a state where it's legal and he's allowed to use it, that gives him an unfair advantage over healing, recovery time, pain management, all this stuff, as opposed to a guy who's in a state where he can't use it, right?
We could easily move states. It doesn't, like, to me, that saying that he gets
it's easy. It's just easier for them to say everybody has to be 100% clean.
A lot of them have been using CBD, for instance, and a lot of them has been pushing it, especially the older guys, because they can't do the the horror youth.
Dude, I think some of the fighters have bought into a company or two that produces
CBD
oil.
Right, but I think you saw the test for THC, so CBD is fine. So if everybody's using CBD oil, have at it.
I think they should just let any athlete, if they want to do that. Maybe not leading up to the fight, like maybe the 30 days or something.
This is gonna go. This is from before your time, but Rick will know who I'm talking about. There was a football player named Lyle Alzado who did anabolic steroids for his whole career. He ended up with a brain tumor the size of a grapefruit inside his head.
I remember how good he looked, and then how he looked towards the end.
Yeah, because of steroids.
So you're saying weed and steroids are the same thing?
What's that?
Are you saying weed and steroids are the same?
Oh, no. But you have to draw a line. You can't say, well, just let everybody go and do it, because there's state laws and everything, right? So you can't say, oh yeah, just we're not going to bother testing everybody, just let them go, because
I think the thing is
it has to be there.
The stigma for like marijuana,
competing bodies that do allow drugs and stuff like it. I know in bodybuilding, you've got like IFBB, but then you got the other guys who allow pretty much anything goes, and those aren't bad competitions either. They're different, and you can see the results of going all the way that way with the PEDs and stuff. But I think there's a place for all of it, as long as everyone's aware.
The NFL is pushing to like legalize it where marijuana is not a substance abuse issue. The NFL is like, because if you look at Ricky Williams, he's the most notorious of all of them. And like he said, that added probably like 5 years to my career, because he was able to pain management, not even that, mental management. Like that, I think that is the thing, the forefront of athletes going to be in the future. And now is just mental. Like you look at like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, he didn't have any help and he killed himself and his family. And it was a mental issue from all the steroids and other shit. Right. So it's
Benoit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I think with the younger generations too coming along, the
He's
stigma
from Montreal too.
Benoit?
Was he?
Nope, he's from Edmonton.
Benoit?
Chris Benoit was born in Edmonton. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
I
think he
don't
was
think
born in.
Oh, he was born in Montreal.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
He grew up in Edmonton. Wow. Put a foot in my mouth.
Well, look at his last name, Benoit.
Well, I don't automatically
You
assume
have a
every
Benoit
French name.
anywhere.
No, but Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero and all those guys, they were all my generation, right? That's when I stopped. They were the new guys, along with Christian and Edge and all them. That's when I stopped watching. Undertaker first came on the scene, so I started watching.
I showed my wife today Undertaker from 1988 or 89 when he was in the CWA, which was probably like Jerry the King Lawler's one of his Memphis runs, and to see Undertaker with red hair, full mullet, sunglasses, and a choker chain or something talking.
I get a vest too, didn't
Texas,
you?
Fighting
with a
as
Texas
Mark Calloway.
accent. Yeah.
You wore a vest too all the time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he looked like he should have been in the Blue Oyster thing from Police Academy movies, right? Like he was all leathered up.
See, those are the like I know you talk about like the new age wrestling and like some of the new guys. Man, those like the old like I was watching it was Beyond the Ropes or one of the different things. It was talking about Chris Jericho's runs. No, I don't think it was Darker Side because it was a WWE production. They're talking about Chris Jericho and like how he came up through WCW and then came to WWE and the whole Y2J thing with The Rock and like man, that era was so.
Oh, it was the best. It was the best.
It was like
Generation X,
and even even like coming up, like say to like when John Cena and JBL feuding, one of the best feuds ever. I love that one.
Yeah,
the whole guts in a box thing with the championship. Oh, so good when the title came down. Then or I just watched the video of when John Cena got drafted to the Raw, and man, like the pop in that stadium, like he was doing the highlight reel of Jericho. He's like, "Come out, first draft pick." And it hit the music hit. He was just like, holy shit.
Okay. Nice trip down memory lane for wrestling and stuff. I got to run.
Sorry, Ken.
Okay. Well, we're going to shut it down. Ken, thanks for hanging out with us. Jordan, the same. And this was a lot of fun. Like I said, New Bricks this week is dead, but maybe next Friday or the Friday after, maybe we'll throw something together. We'll brainstorm something.
I'm here for every topic, Rick. I know a little bit of everything, but not a lot about one thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be bricks, clearly. We can find something to yammer on about. All right, everyone. Chris.
I'll let you know when I have my thousand layers done.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see that. Who else did we have? Sure. Stud City, Doom. It was great to have him on. He's a big Mega Blocks guy. And by the way, check out T-Fan page on YouTube. Big Transformers, Mega. I mean, you just named the toys. He's into everything. All right, we're out of here. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.